guys and welcome back to my channel once again. It has been a minute, of course, since you've seen my face, let alone us together.
I know, right?
I know, right? Scripted.
Alright, come on, that was funny. If you have not already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel.
I don't want to knock his hat off, but you know, I'd be honest.
She hates my hat.
No, I don't hate your hats. I just like the
They're
gray
very
ones.
bold.
My favorite. Very bold. Very out there. And I'm a very neutral girl. I'm not really
very
into colors
loud
and stuff.
hats and stuff. That's gonna be my new thing going into 2021.
Jeez.
Yeah, you try to
and welcome back to my channel once again. It has been a minute since you've seen my face and let alone us together. If you're new here, this is my husband. It's been about 4 months, right?
Yeah.
4 months that we have been
20th.
Well, on the 20th of this month, it will be 4 months since we've been married.
Month of love.
Yes. It is the month of love. We got married on September 20th, 2020. So yeah, we'll talk more about that and go more into detail about that. I hope you guys enjoyed that wedding video as well. However, we thought it was a really good idea to go ahead and share the story of how we met. And so that's why this video is going to be a story time today.
If you have not already, go ahead and subscribe to my wife's YouTube channel. She puts a lot of effort and time into this channel to ensure that her subscribers have something great to look at. You know, like she said, we apologize that we have not been as consistent with posting. But, you know, when you're trying to get married and getting adjusted to that life, it is like, it's actually it's a good challenging. When I say it's challenging, it's a good challenging.
A lot of things took place. And not just that, but I got a new job, he got a new job. So there's a lot of transition and having to take place. So, but yes, pause this video if you need to. Go ahead and click that red subscribe button. Give me a big thumbs up. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. And definitely, you know, I love communicating with you guys. So please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. Comment some of the things or some of the type of videos that y'all want to see. The channel's growing. I'm gaining more subscribers and I want to be able to give you guys what you desire to see. So let me know what you're interested in or what you want to see more of, and I can definitely do that for you. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video.
So basically, we first met at a life group called Express. It was a time and a place where young adults got together to discuss, different things, different topics, and we would sit down and have open discussions. Well, later on down the line, eventually Jasmine began to come to Express. So one evening she came, and on this particular day, she had on a ball cap, a t-shirt and some light denim jeans. But she had on these brown sandals. But Express was a place where young adults came together on Wednesdays, but they would have open discussion about different topics, and it didn't have to be church related. It could be whatever you wanted to talk about. And so Jazz and I, we met each other there, but it was not like a instant connection or just like a love at first sight. Like it wasn't even, any of those different things, but it was just us sitting there all having, conversation, and I just look at it as that and kind of didn't see anything from there. But I would always like, if I had a question or if I wanted to know a peculiar answer, I'd be like, well, what do you think? Just stuff like that to bring out different perspectives into the group. And so, we met there, and then later on I saw her again. I saw her maybe like twice or 3 times at Express, and then like she stopped coming because some stuff started beginning at her church and she wanted to attend that.
Okay, so my perspective of the first initial, meeting him and everything would be, so during this particular season of my life, given that I had just gotten out of a relationship that didn't last very long, but still whatever, I was in a place to where I think I was hurting so bad to where I got to a point where I'm like, God, you know what? Nothing else matters. I'm gonna make you my only focus. And he was my focus. But y'all know love can really, or what's the word, infatuation, I guess I'll say that, can really a lot of times get in the way and kind of shield you sometimes, and you may think God is your focus, but at the end of the day, he's not. It had pushed me in a place to where I, said, you know what, I want to make him my only focus. I want to, get involved in the ministry at my church. I want to, in my free time, instead of doing meaningless things with my time, why not, give this Express group a try and go and meet some new cool people who probably share my same values. I was not looking for a relationship. Actually didn't want to be in a relationship. Did not come into the session with the mindset of, oh, let me look around and see who's cute, let me see who I can talk to, let me see who could be a potential husband. I remember going for the first time, and it was a Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. 7:30.
It was from 6 to 7. Yeah, it was 7:30.
7:30. I remember actually I was really nervous to go because if anybody knows me, I don't really, in the past Jazz, I wasn't really one to I was a homebody a lot. I didn't try new things. I didn't go to unfamiliar places. That just wasn't really my thing. I didn't have a whole lot of friends at the time either. So, I would just always be kicking it at the house. However, this one particular day, I just said, you know what? Why not try something different? We arrived, me and my sister, because like I said, I was very nervous to go by myself. It was me and 2 of my sisters.
It was 3. Joycelyn came, didn't she?
Jesse and Joyce. It was
Janae didn't come the first time?
It was just me, Jesse, my oldest sister, and Joycelyn, the number 4. And, we went in together. And I remember walking in and that initial, when you walk into the door and how you enter a room and everybody kind of just look at the door. We had a seat and we had a really bomb session. I remember just walking away this was so dope, and these are some bomb people, and I am coming back next week. So it was very captivating, and I got a lot from it. I remember how every time we would come to the sessions, Horace would really stand out. He was just, you could see the leadership that he possessed and the wisdom that he possessed. He was just he just kind of really stuck out. I do also remember how every session we went to, Horace would always be dressed up in a suit.
I was not dressed up in a suit. I was coming from work, so I had to have on a tie, and I had on a tie, dress shirt.
I really thought, I didn't know he was coming from work and that was his attire. I thought that he was just this is how I carry myself.
It was me
get
coming
from
there. Now that you know me, I love sweats.
Absolutely. But that also added to the fact that he really stood out. It's just kind of who is this guy? I don't know who he is, but I can tell that he's somebody. He's somebody important. He just had this glow about him.
I'm not important at all.
I even went home telling my mom, this was so great. I met some really bomb people. It was a really dope session, and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to the next week.
But, the interesting part is that after that, for 3 or 4 sessions, we, didn't really see each other again because she went to a totally different church. Mm-hmm. So at this point, it's not when I say, I'm not gonna say I forgot about her, but it was a out of sight, out of mind kind of situation. Yeah. And so then I leave. No, not leave. We went to the singles conference. What was it called?
Yeah, they did come next.
What was the name of it?
I think it was just called Singles Conference at Faith Chapel.
It was at Faith Chapel, and so I went.
And they have it annually every year.
And I came out of the restroom.
Every summer.
And I was making a phone call. I came out of the restroom, and when I come out of the restroom, I'm walking. And I'm texting, looking at my phone, and then boop, I look up, and there goes Jasmine. But this time I see Jasmine, whoa, she's actually.
Tell y'all why he saw me. Because every time I would go to the Express sessions, I was coming from work too. And our attire, we didn't have to dress up, put a suit on and be skirts and dresses and heels.
No, y'all was jeans, t-shirts,
yeah, because I work with
hoodies,
kids, so
sweats.
It's pretty chill, casual wear. So
so
I was coming in with
dressed
jeans.
up this time, and so we had the chance. And so I saw her and I spoke to her and her sister, because you and Jesse, right, when y'all were walking down that hallway. And I spoke to him, and, you know, it was good to see him. And then I went in.
Yeah, he came out, and I was like, hi! Like, it was so good to see him. You know, he was so cool. So, obviously, when I saw him, I just lit up. I was excited to see him.
Sat down and stuff, and I didn't think no more of it. I never saw them actually again until we were supposed to see each other at a lock-in at their church. We got invited to participate. So
because we wanted to collab, right?
Yeah, we came, and Kyle and Pilar came, and we
did an open panel discussion.
Yeah, I had an open panel discussion for teenagers, and it was really, really inspired. It was really, really good because, you know, they were asking questions that you don't normally see kids ask.
Yeah.
You know, and so I remember really this specific question came, and it was about like looks and stuff like that. And so Jazz was saying how, you know, like I actually like deal with some insecurities about like how I look and the question basically had like this box that the kids were able to I always struggle with that word, anonymously write their questions on it, and I have to attach their name, put it into the little basket, and then we were drawing the questions like that. So the question that I had got asked about how do I deal with being insecure. So because I had personally in the past dealt with my own personal insecurities, that really hit home for me. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to take this one, I'm going to go ahead and respond, you know, to this question and try to give some kind of encouragement based on what I had gone through. So and so she says, you know, well, I'm like, you know, surprisingly I am, you know, I have some insecurities about myself, and I'm looking like, Jasmine?
Yeah, I talked about my weight.
Yeah, her weight and stuff.
Sometimes I used to feel like I wouldn't
pretty and stuff. And I'm just looking like, if y'all ever see Jasmine, and I'm not saying that because Jazz is the person I married, but Jazz is like, she has a very beautiful spirit, and people like that are rare to find. And so when you see people like that, they actually have a beautiful personality. They're beautiful, like, although it's not just looks, it's like, because you have some people with beautiful looks, they got a bad attitude. And then you find some people that literally, they have the looks, they have the heart in the right place, and they have, you know, just a very beautiful spirit. And, you know, that's why I was just kind of like baffled when she said it. Second time I actually saw that, you know, her coming down, and I was like, wow, she really is pretty, was when we were sitting there, and she was walking down like the center aisle towards the front of the like where the altar where we were standing. And I remember looking up like, whoa, like this girl is really, really pretty. Like it was like she was walking down the aisle, and I was like, wow, she is really pretty.
What's funny to me is the fact that I literally like felt like I had thrown on what I had on that day. I mean, it was a cute little summer dress.
It was just a black, some sandals.
Yeah, my hair was straight, kind of like this. And
I
barely had makeup on, really. I just kind of was like, oh, it's a lock-in. Like, let me go comfortable.
And so the crazy part is, you know, eventually the panel discussion ended and stuff like that. And so when it ended, we walked out to the lobby when it was over, and I was like, hey, Jazz, I want to talk to you. So I pull her outside to the front of the church, like probably maybe right underneath the little, what do you call that?
The awning?
The awning, yeah. And so we sat there, and I was just like, you know, Jazz, like, I'm like, you know, I know I'm not hitting on you or anything, which I really
want to tell this part, though.
Go ahead.
So yeah, after we get done with the panel discussion, I didn't realize, okay, well, first of all, me and her sat next to each other the whole time. And that was actually our first time doing that, because even when we were, you know, going to his church, to the express sessions, we would sit across from each other, you know, in the circle, or he'd be over here, I'd be over here, minding our business or whatever. But this particular night, we sat he came and sat next to me.
He wanted to sit next. I'm just playing. Whatever.
Yeah, he came and sat next to me on the stage. And I remember walking out to go to the restroom. And when I came out of the restroom and got ready to go back into the sanctuary, so I walk into the room, and from across the room, I can see him like walking outward, and he looks at me and he kind of mouths like, hey, can I talk to you real quick, like outside? And so we go into the foyer initially. He wanted to tell me in private, whatever it was. So I was like, okay, like I was just very curious, like what is it he got to talk to me about? It was so serious that like people can't hear it. So we walked outside. He led me outside, And it's all coming back to life. How sweet. And so it was right there in front of the bushes outside of my church. So then that's when he was like, okay.